Hello everyone, my name is Danny. This review is going to be for the movie called Aladdin. It is the 2019 version. I saw it in theaters yesterday. I waited a little while to see it because the last couple weeks there's only been one new movie coming around. And so I was like, well, I'll see something I haven't seen. It was kind of a rainy Sunday. I'm like, I'm going to go see Aladdin. I've heard some good things about it, and I heard mixed reviews, obviously. That's always happens. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to give Aladdin a try. I like musicals. I like Disney movies, and everything. So I was like, I'm going to give it a try. This is directed by Guy Ritchie. It stars Will Smith, Massoud, Naomi Scott, and it runs 2 hours, 8 minutes. It is rated PG. From Disney comes the thrilling and vibrant live action adaptation of the animated classic Aladdin. The exciting tale of the charming street rat Aladdin, the self determined Princess Jasmine, and the genie who may be the key to their future. Directed by Guy Ritchie, Aladdin features an all-star cast including Will Smith as the larger-than-life genie, Mena Massoud as the clever scoundrel Aladdin, and Naomi Scott as Jasmine, the beautiful, courageous princess of Agrabah. This is for Aladdin. Well, I'll just say the first thing on the top of my mind is the first scene of the movie. I kind of looked around the theater like, what? So I'm surprised nobody else was shocked at how this movie was starting in my theater, unless it was all their second or third time seeing it in theaters. I'm the only one who hadn't seen it yet. But I was just like shocked how they started this movie. I was feeling emotions of that something was different, and I was happy to see that because The Lion King has been pretty much par. Dumbo has been pretty much the same movie. Tarzan, Jungle Book, all these movies have been just the same thing, just redone with these great graphics and stuff. So I was glad Aladdin had the courage to step out and do something different. And the other side of it was, just unbelievable that they wanted to start the way they did. Like, I just was like, why are we doing this? So, come towards the end of the movie, you find out why they started it like that. I don't like foreshadowing. I just don't. But darn it, everybody does it. There's so many movies that have a movie with the first scene and then it goes 10 years before. And it bugs the crap out of me, but it happens to a lot of movies. So I don't think it's effective. And I don't like that element, but it's just what it is. So, after the first scene, we do get Aladdin. We do get songs we know. We do get sort of a familiar story, sort of, kind of. And then it just goes to, if the acting's good enough and if the singing's good enough and, just some other things. I'll start with Aladdin. I thought his singing was underwhelming. I think that's a nice way to say it. I'm a professional singer, and so I'm like, you know what? Aladdin's just not there. He's just not. It's not perfect. But, Will Smith's voice and everybody else's kind of singing voice, the musical numbers, they're all very easy to listen to. It was very nice to listen to. Like we have fun songs and we have some songs that got stressed a little bit more than others, but honestly, I just kind of liked it all. So, the thing I really had a problem with about maybe 40 minutes into this movie, I was like, man, the monkey is awesome. Abu is freaking awesome. He has personality. We can tell that Aladdin and him are communicating and understanding each other on a brain wavelength, thing, a deep rooted kind of friendship. And the parrot is just awful. He is. Like, I don't know. He really honestly didn't need to be in this movie other than that he was in the original. Like, I think this Jafar honestly would have been a lot better without a parrot. I mean, they were doing things differently. Just deal without the parrot. I mean, his commentary was a little funny at certain points because nobody was talking, and then boom, hit the parrot's line. But he didn't have the personality of the original movie. You know, the original movie, he was just talking and being funny, and and he would get, he would waddle or he would fly, and everything was funny. And this parrot just disappointed me big time. So I really wish they would have just cut him out, other than having him in there to be useless. So like most of these movies, the graphics and CGI, all that stuff was really amazing. With the lion was awesome. With the carpet, that was pretty cool. And I was really like taken by the way that they made this movie live action. I think is what we're calling all these movies nowadays, and they still were able to handle Will Smith's genie with like fun things to do. Like most of these live action films are just kind of taking place. I mean, Lion King was very much like that. We didn't get any kind of, magic to that movie or any kind of outstanding dreaming kind of concept. And I was so bored with it. And Aladdin still has that element to it, like it just is exciting, and it's bringing you through this mystical, fantasy of a movie, because it still has this magic with the genie. And I really appreciate how they did that, everything from setting up a tent to the way that he dressed Aladdin to everything. It was just really, really great that that was included. I think if they didn't have that, this movie would have been very stale. The musical numbers would have been really underwhelming, but just everything that I mean, they still had the whole genie through the introduction of Prince Ali, doing the different characters and stuff, like the original. And I was like, I'm so glad that they had that. If you just saw Will Smith walking down the road singing the song with no, kind of element to it, then it just would be completely different. It'd be a lot boring. So I think overall, I just really liked this movie. I was really happy and satisfied with the way that it got done. I think the ending was a little rushed. Like maybe they just felt like they had to have the ending exactly how it needed to be, even though the rest of the movie they kind of used their creative right to change some things. And I just wish they would have had a little bit more guts at the end. It was very predictable, but like I said, it's fine to be predictable, but I just wish they would have done it a different way. But it was fine how it was. So yeah, the Sultan was good, really good. Really, I don't know who that actor is or if he's done a lot of stuff in his life since he's kind of an older person, but he was really good, Sultan. And again, like kind of like the parrot, the Sultan could have been a little bit more funny, but he was good how he was. Um, I really, I think I was impressed by this movie, probably more than I should be. So I'm gonna give a Aladdin 2019 version an A minus. I know that there was stuff wrong with it. I know that maybe some people aren't gonna like the fact that some things were changed, but people, what do you want? They're gonna remake all these movies. Do you want it to be exactly the same all the time? I mean, I listen to myself talking, and I understand that I wanted Lion King to be different, and it wasn't exactly the same, but it's not the same kind of different as Aladdin did. So we could have a long discussion about this, but I think the way Aladdin did it is the way people need to do it. They still need to have some heart to it, like it's their movie, which I felt like Guy Ritchie did for this movie. I felt like there was heart, and then you still need to have the great musical numbers. It's okay if you throw in another one that's original. Just have the same old ones that people love, and then have the characters really have great chemistry and talking to each other and have everything kind of light and nice and feel good. And I think that makes for a great movie. I mean, this reminded me of all the musicals up here that I have that I like, and it's because it makes you feel good at the end of the day, and there's nothing wrong with that. So that's why I'm gonna give Aladdin an A minus. I do suggest watching it, and goodness gracious, I just like how this was done. So if they're gonna keep redoing all these things, Mulan is next, and whatever's next after that, have some heart to your movie. Don't just do the same as the original into live action, same storyline, same characters, same everything. That is going to get really old really fast. Do it like Aladdin. Change a couple things here and there. Let Will Smith give a speech every once in a while, and just have it be really great chemistry. Change a couple things enough to be original, and show that you have heart in your movie. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and get some of them watched. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. And enjoy Aladdin and enjoy your movies. Thanks.